The preview server is back and players are testing brand new Spiral Knights content before anyone else. I'm Kora and this is Spiral Central. Greyhaven's officially reopened the preview server this week, giving players their first hands-on look at the upcoming Monster Spikes feature. This week's biggest news isn't just another update. It's the return of something we haven't seen in quite a while. The Spiral Knights preview server is officially back. If you've never used it before, the preview server is a separate version of Spiral Knights where players can test upcoming features before they're released to the live game. Think of it as getting an early look at what's coming next, while also helping Greyhavens improve those features through community feedback. And this first preview introduces an entirely new gameplay mechanic, Monster Spikes. According to Greyhavens, mysterious energy spikes have begun appearing throughout the construct floors of the Clockworks. Nearby monsters are drawn towards these spikes, becoming empowered in the process. Players can recover those spikes, return them to Haven, and report their findings to help the developers balance the feature before its official release. This is more than just early access. Greyhavens is actively asking players to experiment with the feature, try different tiers, observe how monsters behave, and provide feedback that could directly shape the final version before it reaches the live servers. If you'd like to participate, there's a few things to keep in mind. You'll need to have made a purchase of at least $4.95 within the past 3 months to access the preview server. Progress made there does not transfer to the live game, purchases are disabled, characters will be wiped regularly, and because this is a testing environment, frequent server restarts are to be expected. I'll be spending some time exploring Monster Spikes myself over the coming week. So if Greyhavens makes adjustments or the community uncovers something interesting, you can expect a full recap in next week's episode. While the preview server stole the spotlight this week, Greyhavens also released a small update for the live game. Equipment with activities attached to them should now correctly display their proper state while players are in the ready room. Treasure vaults have also been adjusted. Players should now encounter fewer minis while exploring treasure vaults. Greyhavens also fixed an issue affecting metal lockboxes. According to the developers, drop chances should now be evenly distributed across all players, regardless of account age or activity. Or as the patch notes so elegantly put it, fair and square, even Steven. Honestly, that might be my favourite patch note of the year. Finally, the update includes additional behind-the-scenes server and security improvements to help keep Spiral Knights running smoothly. Before we move on, I'd like to introduce something brand new here on Spiral Central. Every week, I'll be ending the episode with a question of the week. It's a chance for all of us to continue the conversation after each episode ends. And starting next week, I'll be featuring some of my favourite responses right here on the show. Last week's question asked, what's the one thing you'd love to see more of from the Spiral Knights community? Several of you mentioned wanting to see more community-driven events like Manny's Almerian Restoration Project. One response I'd especially like to highlight came from Daily Milkman. They suggested organising more custom map events and low-tier community tournaments. They also offered to help organise future guild and community events. I really appreciate seeing that kind of initiative. Communities grow because people are willing to step forward, share ideas and help make them happen. So Daily Milkman, thank you for offering to be a part of that. This week's question of the week. What do you think is the most underrated weapon in Spiral Knights? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll also post this week's question in Kora's comm unit, and some of your answers may appear in next week's episode. That brings us to the end of this week's briefing. But before we sign off, it's time for Kora's care package. If you're new here, every week, one member of our community will receive a randomly selected item from this month's care package collection. The items available this month are appearing on screen now. To become eligible for future care packages, all you need to do is subscribe to the Spiral Central YouTube channel, join Kora's comm unit, our official Discord server, then head over to the introductions channel and introduce yourself to the community. After that, you'll be eligible for every future Kora's care package drawing while you're a part of Kora's comm unit. It's time for Kora's care package. And this week's care package item is Rageous plate mail. The package is ready to ship. Let's see who it's heading to. Congratulations to Mori Yori. I'll be reaching out to you shortly so we can get your care package delivered. If your name wasn't selected this week, don't worry. You're automatically eligible for next week's care package as long as you're still a member of Kora's comm unit. And that's all for this week's briefing. If you enjoyed today's episode, consider subscribing so you don't miss next Friday's update. Until next time, good luck in the clockwork, stay safe, Knights, and I'll see you next week.